Hi, friends. Welcome to this fireside chat with Mr. Madhur Sehgal. Madhur Sehgal is the head of climate solutions business at Danfoss. I don't think Danfoss needs an introduction. 90 plus years, Madhur, if I'm not mistaken, of Danfoss' journey globally and India also. So thank you for being, talking to us about Danfoss' journey and your participation at REFCOLD in Calcutta next week. So just want to touch base on, REFCOLD, Danfoss has been in India for a long time now. I just wanted to understand your journey because Danfoss does all kinds of, products and solutions. So just if you could tell us a little bit about the journey in India and where we are today as a company, it would be interesting for all of us.
Yeah. So first of all, thank you, Vishal, for giving this opportunity. It is always a privilege to talk to the REFCOLD colleagues, and I think since its inception, we have been collaborating together. So first of all, really nice to be on this chat. Yeah, talking about Danfoss, now, as you rightly said, we have completed almost now 26 years in India. So we started in 1998. And when we started in 1998, we started with the flagship products, which are controls, compressors, and drives. So that was the starting point. Over the years, these product lines have remained the focal point. But what we have also done is we've added many more products, which has really provided us inorganic growth. We added the heat exchanger portfolio, starting with the plate type heat exchangers in 2007. Then what we also did during that time was we introduced stop valves for the ammonia market, and the tagline was global quality, local price. So that was the starting point of the ammonia segment in India for Danfoss in 2007, and we have grown leaps and bounds after that in that particular segment as well. If you look at our journey after that, now what we have done is because globally, Danfoss is very, very active in the heating segment, but India is primarily a cooling market. But what has also happened is the cooling and heating lines are getting blurred now. Both the applications go hand in hand. With the examples are heat pumps, heat recoveries. So what we have done in 2021 is we have created an organization which is called the Climate Solutions, and Climate Solution comprises of both the cooling and the heating products. And the portfolio has grown from like basic compressors and controls to many more products now. Today we are really working on not less than 8 to 9 product lines in India. If you look at our journey in India, when I look at the last 3 to 4 years post COVID, from 2021 onwards, we have grown almost double in 3 years. So that's the journey what we have seen in the last 3 years, and refrigeration has played a very, very big role there. Both the Freon refrigeration as well as the ammonia refrigeration. Ammonia refrigeration, if I talk about, we have seen a tremendous amount of activity happening in the automation side, safety side, and energy side. These are the three elements which have really been governing the ammonia industry. And we have seen a tremendous amount of growth. If I look at last year itself, the growth was almost 60% in that particular segment. And the major growth was coming from fisheries, dairies. These were the two main areas where we really grew a lot. Coming to the Freon side. Freon side, as I said, we have been in this business for so many years. So our controls business has always been the fulcrum when I look at the refrigeration business on the Freon side. But we have done a lot on the compressors now. We started primarily in India with air conditioning compressors, but what we have done is we have also introduced 2010 onwards a lot of scroll compressors for refrigeration application as well, both for negative temperature and medium temperature. And another important milestone for us in 2021 was the taking over of Bock compressors. So that has also added the semi-hermetic into our portfolio now. And in semi-hermetic range today, we are having compressors for the standard Freon applications. And we are also having the newer technologies like R290 compressors, the HFO compressors, and the CO2 compressors as well. So if I look at from a portfolio standpoint, portfolio has grown leaps and bounds. lot of product lines to handle. And from a turnover perspective, if I look at the next 3 to 4 years now, from 2025 to 2028 onwards, our goal is to really double the business once again. So that's the goal what we are looking at right now.
So you touched about refrigeration and the move, conscious move of Danfoss to start focusing more on the refrigeration business
Yeah,
globally as well as in India also. And
yeah,
we know in developed countries, normally the refrigeration cold chain business is as big, if not bigger, than the air conditioning industry.
yeah,
Whereas in
yeah,
India, it is still in nascent stages. It is
yeah,
largely still continues to be more unorganized and fragmented. And
yeah.
Danfoss is one of the company which is leading the way to make it a technologically sustainable product. Have you a very good system of partners and long-term partners in the whole business, integrators, etc. What part of your business today comes from refrigeration and cold chain?
So in our total business today, 40% of the business comes from the refrigeration side. And when I look at the business portfolio, again, if I again bifurcate between ammonia and freon, in ammonia business, 70% of the business is done by our partners. Uh, and our partners have moved on from just being box movers to technology suppliers to providing application support to the customers as well. So we have reached to that level where each and every channel partner has their own team. They have salespeople, they have the support team members as well to really provide the on-site support as well to the customers. Similarly, if I look at the Freon business, exactly the same approach we have there, where we have the different array of products, starting with compressors, controls. Incidentally, I must tell you, which is a very, very important example, is post the merger of cooling and heating business, we have also introduced the floor heating cables into the cold room market as well, because that's a very, very important aspect of providing safety to the cold rooms. So we have added that element also into the market. So we are constantly evolving through the whole process and providing newer solutions to the customers so that they provide more safe solutions to their customers. They increase the efficiency. Another example could be the introduction of the variable speed systems as well in the refrigeration. So that is also an area which we are actively working on. We are already having a product range which is available globally, made in India, and also which is sold in India, which is the variable speed condensing units for the refrigeration application.
You touched upon the new solutions and advancements in technologies. We've always known that Danfoss is very strong believer in R&D. And within India also and globally, obviously, yes, you are working a lot on developing more products, innovative products, safe products, energy efficient products. How do you drive that in India? Is India becoming a global center for R&D for Danfoss, or how is the whole R&D journey in India?
Yeah, I think thank you very much for asking this, because it should not look like that. Yes, Danfoss is just importing and selling. So it's a very, very important question. And I think when we started the Chennai campus in 2014, at that time the focus was not only to just build the supply chain, just look at warehousing. We also focused on building the R&D capabilities in India. Today we have a full-fledged R&D team which is managing the freon controls and ammonia controls. We also have a full-fledged R&D team for the drives business. And similarly, we have a full-fledged R&D team to manage the electronics portfolio, which is for the future digitalization. So these are the three core R&D teams which are available in India, which are not only developing the solutions for India, but they're also working on solutions which are for the global markets as well. Uh, if I look at this 10-year journey of R&D in India, today with pride I can say that we have also instrumental in delivering the products which, as I said, which are now being utilized in India. Like, take an example of a product like pressure switch. 50% of the sales is happening in India, but the balance 50% is going out of India. So it is also about selling the product in India and also creating the market outside India as well. So we have done a lot on the R&D space as well, and which is really giving us more and more benefits, because the idea is to constantly involve and bring more and more new products for the Indian market.
That's very interesting to know that the current government's focus has been very strong on skill and make in India, and but Danfoss has been doing that even much before it became like a well promoted agenda. So it's good to know that Danfoss is encouraging exports from India to other countries and apart from
Absolutely.
doing R&D. One more unique thing of Danfoss, we keep on reading about it or hearing from various speakers, is this move towards digitization. And I hear a lot about it on social media, LinkedIn, etc., on the efforts of digitization. Uh, how does it work in a company like Danfoss, internally as well as externally?
So digitalization, if I look at two spaces right now where digitalization is working, the first step is about drives. So the kind of population of drives in air conditioning and refrigeration today, what we have, it is also important to really monitor the performance of the product while sitting at one location. So we are now in the process of building solutions where the customer can see the product performance while sitting at one location. So that's the idea what we are building in. It is also about really working on the life cycle of the product. You should know beforehand when to do a preventive maintenance and when the product is to be replaced. So this type of technology we have already built in the drives function. Similarly, when we look at the food retail space, which is the supermarkets or the hypermarkets, that's where we have collaborated with the IT companies like Microsoft, where we have built a complete integrated solution, which is on the cloud now. So if a customer today has, suppose, 50 stores across India, the entire information is on the cloud. The customer will keep on getting alerts what's happening in a particular store. What's the energy efficiency compared to a comparison is available to the customer for all the stores, which is performing better and why, how the same learnings can be implemented in the other stores. So that is also available. And very important part is the troubleshooting part, which is at the different user levels. So the information is available to the end user. The information is also available to the contractor who is serving the end user, and information is also available to Danfoss as a service provider. So these are the solutions which are really driving the market, and I'm sure this will drive the growth in India as well in the next few years.
Oh, absolutely. That's the way to go. It's a connected world, and as much as you can connect, it means more efficiencies both in running operating costs as well as reducing number of people required for the same kind of an activity.
Absolutely.
Now, coming to Danfoss at REFCOLD. Now, Danfoss and ISHRE, we've been partners for a long time and enjoy a very healthy working relationship on all levels. Yeah, you participate at ICREX very frequently every year with a very big agenda. And you are coming this time to the East. REFCOLD is coming to the City of Joy, to this is the gateway to the Northeast and other parts. And you'll be there at REFCOLD on 3rd, 4th, 5th of October. What can people expect, the visitors and other people expect out of the Danfoss participation in REFCOLD? What technologies, products that you would wish to be showcasing out there?
Yeah. So first of all, we are a component manufacturer, so we also need constant evolution. But very important part is to still stay connected with the end users. So the idea is to really showcase what the market is looking for from a future standpoint. One of the biggest examples is the standard cold storages today, or the cold rooms. So we are this time introducing, or I should say that we will be launching the condensing units for the low GWP refrigerants like R513A, which is a A1 refrigerant, which is having a GWP of 530, which is very, very low compared to the R404A and R134A. So this is the one step, a very important step, which we are taking for the market. So we want the market to move away from the high GWP HFCs, which is R404A and 407C. That's the first step. The other step, what we are also taking is we are bringing more and more automation into the ammonia space as well. So we are really bringing more and more energy efficient products like the wall stations, which will provide more and more efficiency to the systems which are going to be built in the future. And we are going to really showcase that with a very good example of how a wall station works. So there will be a working model which will be at our booth during this time. Along with that, we are also showcasing a variable speed compressor, which is also going to be our showcase, which is being utilized today for air conditioning. But we want the customers to start looking at variable speed products for the refrigeration application as well. Finally, what we are also showcasing to the customers is the variable frequency drives, which is our standard offering, but how it can help the refrigeration application, that's extremely important. And that's where also we are showcasing the drives products. Last but not the least, we are also focusing on the gasketed plate heat exchanger, which are a very, very important element in the food and beverage industry. Whether it is the dairy products, or whether it is the food industries like the or vegetable oil industry, and the beverage industry like Coca-Cola and other customers. So we are showcasing the gasketed plate heat exchangers for these customers as well. So these are the new offerings which we are bringing onto the table. And as I said, we will be surely launching two of these products during REFCOLD.
Oh, very interesting. It's going to be a busy 3 days, and I think people will be very excited to visit your stall. Apart from that, you also have a presentation, a technical
Yeah,
presentation that you're doing on good ammonia safety practices, because
yeah.
that's something which is very, very critical to the industry out there. So we have a presentation from your side on that subject also. You talked about some segments in your just recent about this very different applications on which you are going to be sourcing and focusing on. Specifically from an East point of view and a REFCOLD point of view, which are these more important segments that you would wish to be partnering or coming and visiting so that they get the true benefit out of the whole show?
So we have been visiting many customers in the East region in the last almost 2 years, and what we have seen is that we really need to bring more and more automated solutions in the ammonia segment, which we have been able to bring in the other segments. So today, ammonia, how to really promote the safe use of ammonia is extremely important. Customers in highly automated plants in fisheries have adopted the solution. Now, how to percolate it down to other applications like a simple cold storage. So that is one of the mantra which we are which we are coming to the REFCOLD. The other aspect which I mentioned about is the low GWP refrigerants for the condensing units. So the idea is to start introducing the product and also to tell the customer that yes, these refrigerants are also safe to use. And I think that's a very, very critical agenda, and we are really bringing more and more knowledge onto the table. That's what we are bringing for the Eastern customers.
I'm sure your team would have been also reaching out to your various customers. You have a huge customer base in East India. Would have been
Yeah.
reaching out about them coming to REFCOLD, and what's been the response like till now as of now? How are people looking forward to be in Calcutta?
Yeah, I think it's a very good response. I have seen because what I have seen is a lot of activity we have not been able to do in the region. So when you are planning to be in such a show which is of such a grand scale, it becomes really, really important because many customers are willing to talk to us. They are kind of really looking at this opportunity to talk to us about newer solutions. One of the areas which probably I should also talk about is how to start looking at CO2 as a refrigerant in India. And I think we are having some knowledge sessions around that as well, which is also extremely important. I'm not saying that is going to be adopted very quickly, but the idea is to start warming up to that idea, because ultimately we need to really understand that CO2 is going to be the long-term solution for the refrigeration applications in India and in many other countries globally. So how to start promoting, at least getting used to the idea of how CO2 can be used in different applications. I think we will also be showcasing that, and we'll be really happy to collaborate and to tell the customers about various applications which we have already done in with CO2 refrigerant in India.
Fair enough. I think, Madhu, thank you very much for sharing all about Danfoss, your journey in India, as well as what to expect out of the Danfoss participation at REFCOLD. We too have got very good responses from people looking forward to REFCOLD. As you said, that there are few opportunities in East for technologies and products and leading solution providers to be coming under one roof. REFCOLD is one of those, and we are surely expecting a fantastic response and look forward to meeting you all at the show and looking and learning from all of you out there. Thank you very much for being part of this chat show. Thank you.
Thank you very much for giving this opportunity and sharing my views on Danfoss and what we are bringing in for the REFCOLD. Really, I think looking excited to be a part of REFCOLD. See you on 3rd, 4th, and 5th, all the 3 days there.
Absolutely. Pleasure.
Yeah.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you very much.